Perez.
And I'm Kira Cunningham.
Kira, do you know what day it is?
It's Tuesday
for KYOT.
Me either. I wish someone could help us with our outfits.
Wait! Actually, there is! Junior David Maxwell, he has an incredible taste in fashion.
Most child's priorities consist of playing, friends, and not eating vegetables. But at the ripe age of 3, Junior David Maxwell had bigger plans, and his mother had a front row seat.
When he was 3 years old, he came down the stairs with a suit and a hat and a briefcase and told me that he was going to be a suit designer at 3.
David's passion for fashion was not short-lived.
I've only had one other thing I wanted to do, and it was fashion, and become a fashion designer.
And then at 7, he sewed his first tie, and then he continued to stay on the path. And the fact that he's almost 17 and it's been, his entire life, he's had the same goal. So it's pretty unique. I've never met anyone else that has ever known what they wanted to do at 3 years old.
His climb to the top has not been such a cakewalk.
First grade, we figured out I had dyslexia, and I was reading like a kindergarten level. I was way behind. Being at everyone else's level was like really difficult for me. I told everyone else in class that I already knew how to do everything, so I didn't need to learn it. And then like fashion kind of jumped in and was like, hey, you can pay attention to what I'm wearing, not what I'm saying. So it was kind of like this new outlet for me. Kind of fixed everything.
David hopes to make a life out of fashion with his brand David Ross Designs.
I love the marketing and the planning and the seasonal putting together the runway and fashion week and all that stuff. And I just love the power behind fashion. My end goal is to just have the David Ross Designs empire with just maybe have a magazine, have a runway show, have multiple runway shows, have lines, and just knowing that that's a possibility, and just that I need to wake up every day and work towards that is what keeps me motivated.
For KYOT, this is Dominic Spicone and Macy Austin.
Wow, he really is talented. I might need to hire him.
On a more serious note, the war in Ukraine is devastating and has affected many people.
Junior Timer Minzanov and his family were heavily impacted, and here's his story.
Most students call Louisville, Colorado their home, but 11th grader Timur Minzanov is living away from home right now.
I moved to the United States. It was last September. I came to the New Hampshire where I actually went to study and play hockey.
But when it came time for Timur to return home, his country was stricken by war.
Well, the fact that he's Ukrainian is certainly something that you take notice, and you want to know about his situation, how his family is, and he's very open about it.
On February 24th, 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine.
I felt very guilty because I was in the US and my parents were in Ukraine. I felt guilty because they were unsafe and I was here and everything was great.
Social studies teacher Miss Stensard goes out of her way to make new students feel welcome and comfortable, no matter their background.
I try to de-emphasize academics, to go out of the way to be accepting and kind and helpful. I think that's the big thing, is once you feel comfortable, then you're not afraid to take risks.
Despite the circumstances, Timur now calls Colorado his home.
When I was in New Hampshire, it was kind of boring state, but when I moved here, to be honest with you, I really like this state and it's so peaceful here and community are great too.
For KYOT, this is Evie Reed and Mallory Nimmons.
To help Ukrainian citizens, you can go to redcross.org to donate.
This week, T-Rock challenges Mr. Duncan to a liftoff.
Let's see who's the strongest!
What's going on, Monarch? It's Tyler Rock with Sportsball again. Today, we're going to be doing a deadlift competition between me and Mr. Duncan to see who can pull the most weight. It's going to be a good time. Alright. And we got Mr. Duncan here, so what do you think you're going to pull today?
Well, I don't exactly have the right attire, but I think I could still pull over 400 pounds.
Alright, you heard it here first. Can't get over 400. Let's get it. I couldn't pull it out, so Mr. Duncan, You win this one, but we'll have to rematch someday.
Take it up.
Jeez, I didn't know Mr. Duncan could lift that much. Don't mess with him.
No. Well, that's all for this week, Monarch. Stop for life!